Become a member, sign in, and start streaming today.
Time for a very favorite part of the show, Disgrace of the Week. As always, Ms. Calhoun, please start us off.
Well, it's a disgrace we wish we didn't have to see. The incredible rise again in COVID cases all around Colorado, and Colorado is also bumping up a little bit, although certainly not as bad as California and Florida and Texas. But I just came back from heading up to Wyoming and Montana, where it is very rare to see a mask. Everyone needs to behave a little better right now.
David.
You know, we'd laugh at some guy who weighed 400 pounds and went around bragging about how slender he was. And yet we go along with pretending to believe that some people who brag about being woke are also ones who blindly obey Marxist organizations. As history shows in practice, there is very little difference between Hitlerism and Marxism.
Eric.
I was going to go to the same place Patty went, so since she said it well, let me go elsewhere. Tucker Carlson, Fox News host, who has played and danced and flirted way too much with white supremacists and that ideology. In the last week, a woman named Kay James, who is a conservative African-American woman who runs the Heritage Foundation, a very high-profile conservative think tank, wrote a piece on her experience as a Black woman in America. Tucker Carlson went on the air, disparaged her as a true conservative, urged funders to no longer fund the Heritage Foundation. It was outrageous.
Natasha.
The increase in COVID cases was going to be mine as well. So I'll switch and say the news that Johnson & Wales Denver campus is closing. Understandable, there's good reasons for it, but I really hope that historic campus in a very important spot in Denver finds a new use.
Time to say something nice about somebody rather quickly. Patty.
Well, Colorado's COVID response has been pretty level, and let's be glad that we've got cultural institutions rejoining the fray. History Colorado, Museum of Nature and Science, Denver Art Museum all came back this week.
David.
Colonel Hans Christian Hegg was a Norwegian immigrant who led a group in Wisconsin called the Wide Awakes, and they were a militia that protected fugitive slaves from the slave catchers. And he gave his life fighting for the Union and against slavery at the Battle of Chickamauga. And then just this week in Madison, Wisconsin, the communists and racists destroyed his statue. Stick with the Wide Awakes. Don't believe the foolishness of the people who proclaim that they're woke.
Eric.
I'll be very quick. Happy birthday, Dominic.
Thank you very much. Very kind, Eric. Natasha.
I will echo that as well. And just to flip the script a little bit, there's been a lot of yelling this week about masks. And I just want to say thank you to the people in our community who are wearing masks. We're probably not taking that sort of positive spin on this often enough. So again, thank you, everyone. We appreciate it.